When I came into the world as a human being, the deity in me was tremendously active, for I brought love with me to earth, which permeated me from the start and only applied to my eternal Father. And thus extraordinary things happened at my birth which you present-day humans no longer want to believe, but which provided the people around me with the evidence that I was the announced Messiah. Thus I brought love along to earth. But I had to forfeit the light, for people would have been unable to endure its brilliance. And so I had to start waging the battle with all immature spiritual substances which, by way of my body, harassed the soul. For I had to mature as a human being, since I wanted to show people the path towards spiritualization, which can only be achieved by love. Consequently, I had to try to pacify everything of an immature nature pestering me. Through the love inherent in me I had to try to influence it such that it would abandon its desire, that it would subordinate itself to the soul's desire and thus spiritualize and unite itself with the soul while I was still living on earth. This battle was truly not an easy one, for the human nature within me had the same craving, the same longing for fulfillment as is the case with all people, and despite my origin from above, my nature was no different than that of you humans. The world and its enticements attracted me just as much as you, only my soul distanced itself from it because, due to its indwelling love, it recognized the dangers these worldly enticements offered, and because I knew what mission I had to fulfill as Jesus, the human being. Nevertheless, the body demanded its own, and thus it was often an extremely difficult battle to comply with the soul's desire and to firmly resist all temptations. Yet the love in me gave me strength. Love drew me irresistibly to the Father, and the Father did not deny himself to me. He permeated me progressively more and became active in me, the human being Jesus. I realized the extent of adversity suffered by the human race, which lacked love and therefore lacked the strength to resist the same temptations. I knew why people were lacking love and that they were ruled by the one who is entirely devoid of love. Hence I tried to motivate people into living in love. I exemplified to them a life of love and constantly instructed them. I gave them the commandments of love for God and one's neighbor. I attempted to make them understand the consequences of a life of love and proved it to them on myself. I healed the sick and performed miracles, and I was able to do so because I allowed the strength of love to become active, for love is God, and thus God himself worked through me because he dwelled in me as the eternal love. People lacked love when I descended to earth, but I was permeated by it, for I was faithfully and with love devoted to the Father. I had remained with him when the host of originally created spirits deserted him. My love for him was greater than great, and I did not deprive myself of it when I came down to earth. My whole way of life was a continuous activity of love. So that the body soon subordinated itself to this love, that the soul embraced it, and together with the body united itself with the eternal love in me. But it would be wrong to say that my earthly path had been less difficult as a result of my extraordinary abundance of love, because I was extremely strongly influenced by demons besieging me, which clung to me and tried to pull me down, and which I could not shake off because my love in me did not allow for it. Instead, I had to pacify them and lovingly try to persuade them to let go of me, and also promise them my help to ascend from the abyss to higher spheres again. I did not want to chase these demons away by virtue of my inherent great power, consequently I suffered far more than you humans can understand, and only the immense strength of love enabled the accomplishment of my act of salvation, otherwise I would have fallen prey to the demons myself, which, however, would never have been possible because love, the Father himself, dwelled within me. You humans are supposed to follow me. You should likewise start waging the battle against all unspiritual things in and around you. However, you would be incapable of doing so of your own strength because you still lack love, which increases your strength. But now you can turn to me with an appeal for an influx of strength, and it will truly be given to you by grace of the act of salvation which I acquired on your behalf through my death on the cross. Yet without me you will not release yourselves from the opposing power. Without me your resolve is too weak and you lack strength. I myself waged a very hard battle against my adversary who wanted to prevent me from accomplishing the act of salvation, but I won a battle through love and want to help you because you are too weak. For you live in an entirely unspiritual world, you live in the world of the fallen spirit and are held captive by its prince. But I have redeemed you from his power and thus you can achieve the same as I. So that you will emerge victoriously from the battle against all worldly cravings, so that your body will spiritualize itself at the same time as the soul, so that they will unite themselves with the Father of eternity, because you no longer need to accomplish this act by yourselves, you need only come to me in order to receive the strength to be able to take the path of return to the Father from whom you once originated. And this influx of strength signifies that love will ignite anew and flare up into brightest radiance, that you bring everything of an unspiritual nature anew into order through love, that you can resist every temptation and that you thereby release yourselves from your opponent. For then you will be on my side and I will truly liberate you from him. Amen.